hello, and welcome. This is Just Saying. We are just saying we're going to be talking about the week that was in RSC, and joined, as per usual, by the Bromia, Falcon, and Alex. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Oh, good evening.
Great. How you doing?
Yeah, well, you know. So, well, let's open it with this, and we'll go round robin. We'll start with Alex. How was your first week in RSC League play? Oh.
It was intense, eh? I think especially us being more like veterans of RSC now. We've been through those 2 seasons, so we walk in there, it was like, no guys, this is the level that we're gonna have to compete with. And so we tried to cram so much training that first week to kind of come out swinging, and then it kind of like and everybody else is doing the same thing, so you're just like hitting brick walls everywhere. So it was very intense, and I feel like now the pressure's released after that first week game, and we're gonna have like a normal league moving forward. And yes, I answered the wrong question when you said hello.
No, that was all good. And well, now, Alex, you had your game on stream. Sean, as did you, and I know afterwards you came into the live or the green room with us, and you were kind of swearing, and it sounded like throwing a chair around the room. But
that is so untrue. Don't talk to
how was your first week?
We were building up to it. We were very excited. Unfortunately, Terrible couldn't join us because he was unfortunately occupied. But it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was a little bit, for me, I'm always nervous when I go on stream, so I had some nerves doing that stuff. And we also went against Shadow, which arguably would have been one of our tougher matchups, but we were very excited to play. And once we got into it, then obviously we drew. Okay. Unfortunately, we wanted to win, but
well, as they say, a draw is slightly more cuck than a win, but far less cuck than a loss.
This is true. I mean, we had a lot of fun. We're very excited. We kind of like, and I don't even know what to say. We're just keen for the season. Honestly, it's like it's pushed us. We're driven now. We've got burning passion.
You heard it right here, folks. Falcon is just happy to be here.
All right, Bromia. So, how about you?
I have no complaints about my first week. Our Order of Oaks prospect side came out dribbing. We won our game against the Bro prospect team 3-1. We got the rivalry going full tilt. I think Alex was telling me how many demos there were in that game, but there were a lot. And I'm just happy I managed to finish the week with higher demo count than you, GB.
Oh, you had to bring that up, and well done. Well, look, my initial priorities are elsewhere, because this is the first time I've competed in anything, and I feel like I'm going through the worst slump I've had in Rocket League in 3 or 4 years. It's just awful. But having said that, I feel like I actually started to figure out threes, and we were quite. And unlike Sean, we had a draw, and I was thrilled with that. After getting hammered in preseason, I was like, "Hey, we're looking up." All right, fine. Well, we didn't say hello to chat, which is a terrible oversight. So hello, chat. Good to have you. Yoshi was here early, which I think Yoshi seems to make it his mission in life to be first at every stream. And then John Barbie from Limitless joined us, which is pretty groovy. I wonder if he's in Texas or not still. And then we have Ender. Hello, Ender. Voodoo, Nick Bester, Flossie, creative ones. How's it going, guys? And I said off stream, I said, guys, I've done this little thing which I'm immensely proud of, but no one is going to notice, and that is that our audio meters correspond with the tier in which we play. And Voodoo out the gate noticed. So Voodoo, you're a rock star. Thank you very, very much for noticing.
I was almost a blue bar just because the way that I carry, but we decided because S Falcon was trying to pull rank that we would keep it like this. So he deserves a win, even though he didn't get one this week.
No, I think it's cool. Greybeard throwing that he can do technologies.
Sean loves to say that. You know, at one he's going to get a clap one day. All right, fine. All right, and then I see Art, Genie, Clever Rabbit have also, and Alex. Alex is in chat as well. Hello, guys, for coming to sneak in there. Hello, welcome to it. All right, so a couple of general things. It is RLCS Worlds. Today is Championship Sunday. The finals are about to be played. 6 teams remain, and what's pretty groovy is there are 4 different regions in the top 6, which is amazing. The maximum there can be in the top 4 is 3 because Europe are dominating so hard currently. But the main thing about Worlds today, I am really, really hoping that sometime during the course of today there will be announcements about the 2025 season, and we're all holding thumbs that it'll be a good announcement all round, but we'll. And if the announcements are good or impactful, let me say that, then maybe I'll do a late night stream so we can talk about it. And then for coming up for our next stream this Thursday, we are looking to implement player cams. So if you're playing on stream, we want to have player cams so we can see your deliciously tense faces. So be aware of that. Rush out and buy a webcam now so it's not a huge surprise. So that'll be a new addition to our League Play streams. And then fairly arbitrarily, this podcast panel is myself, Bromeo, Falcon, and Alex, and we do want to have a roster of podcast panelists. So if you'd be interested, one week coming on and sitting and hanging and chatting. For example, next week I have a strong feeling that Bromeo is going to be absent from the podcast. Can you confirm or deny, Bromeo?
I can confirm that I will not be present next weekend because it will be the day after my wedding, and I do not plan on being back at my PC until much later.
All right, so Bromeo rocking a hard excuse for not showing up for the podcast next week. Anyway,
poor excuse.
Yeah, it's a cock excuse, but I've already had a chat with the missus, and she's like, "Do you know what? It's fine. You can do your podcast. We just won't be married."
Yeah. So,
but sorry, Bromeo must share with everybody he's fit for his wedding. I bet.
Yeah, no, I'll post out my kit a little bit later so that everybody can see. I see Ginny Cock in chat says we must stream the wedding. I mean, that wouldn't be the worst, but GB might be there, so he could possibly do it. But then you guys wouldn't have sound.
Who would be casting?
Honestly, if there was somebody there to cast my wedding, it would be done. That would be our wedding video.
Progress is up the aisle. There's 10 meters left. He's going to secure a girl.
Well, Crunchy Turtle has asked a very solid question, which is, are we able to stream on Twitch as well when we play? And I want to encourage that. Even so, if you are not playing on the official stream, you must and should be. All teams should have at least somebody who is streaming the game, and so we can sort of promote the link. So even if it's not on the main stream, there are streams out there that people can go and watch if they want to see RSC action. So absolutely stream your series. So
there's a condition that you have to get the captain's agreement.
Yeah.
That's
so you can stream it. You just have to have an agreement from both teams that it's okay, and then that's literally it. You can have a streamer in, or somebody can stream their POV, but just ask. And if they say it's shop, then it's shop.
There you go. Excellent. Thanks for stepping in there, Mr. Rules people. Trying to ruin. Yeah.
Just to clarify, the reason why this rule is in place is not because you need permission to stream. It's because you need permission to have the streamer in the game, in the lobby with you. So that's why
POV streams.
Would that apply to POV streams?
I don't think so.
No,
you don't need permission.
Okay, so it only applies if you want to have a streamer, someone who's actually in the lobby as an observer, streaming the game and maybe casting it or whatever. That I fully agree with. But if you're just POV streaming it as a player, then fill your boots, I think. Okay. Good. Hello, Gaza. Good to see you. And then just to close out, if you're keen to be on the podcast and you want to come hang one week, please DM me. And if you DM me, it doesn't mean you're automatically going to be on. We do have some discretion in who we will allow onto the panel, but we are interested in having a roster of people that can come in and talk about RSC and their experience and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, the standards are low, but we do have some.
Hey,
and sometimes we need to make. Yeah. And then I just wanted to mention two people, because we've added sort of as an official part of the streaming roster a match admin and a Twitch moderator, and I want to shout out Heinz as the match admin, doing such a bang up job of herding the cats, getting them into lobbies and running those lobbies. It makes such a huge difference. And then Hannibal in taking on the role last week of Twitch mod. It's just great to run the predictions and keep the chat tidy and all of that sort of thing. And then if you want your game streamed, you've got to DM me and book there. We want to have a prospect game, a rivals game, an elite game, and a master game. For this coming Thursday, prospect and elite have been booked. We're still waiting for a rival and a master matchup to be booked on stream, so do get in touch with me. All right. And then I know, I think it was Yoshi who was talking about wanting to see the RSC3 hashtag, which is now making me worried about doing it, but we're gonna have a quick look at that now. So hopefully it's tidy. And just a note on that: in anything you tweet, content that you create, get it out there on Twitter with the hashtag RSC3 so that we can catch up with it right here on stream. And okay, so
here we go.
Let's have a quick look. RSC S3.
Flocy, sorry, to answer your question, Flocy, weekly awards go out on the Monday, not the Sunday, because of the games that might still be played. So be patient.
oh my god.
Somebody must mute Flossy. Wow.
I'm literally going to find out where he lives, which won't be difficult. He's loud and proud. Duct tape his mouth and his hands together, and then throw him in the ocean. Honestly.
Okay, so here we go. So here we have Yoshi. I don't know. He's asking valid or nah. I'm gonna say nah. That's a nah from me.
Yeah, that's also a nah from me because there's 0 seasoning on those rolls, and honestly, it looks drier than the Sahara. So that'll also be a no from me.
Sorry, dude. Sunday night, the standard is 5 burgers.
Yeah.
This is unacceptable.
All right, well done, Yoshi. And then I am on later, so you can see there's not much. This is 12 minutes ago from Yoshi, and then the one before that is like, what's the date today? It's the 2 days ago. High Frequency tweeting about his upcoming match. And Flossie dug up a trumpet, his own trumpet, and blew it hard to talk about his undefeated week. But well done, Flossie. We see you.
I mean, there's an interesting thing about that is that DSQ did go undefeated. Very, very well done. But so did Dynasty, Shadow Esports, and Order of Oaks. So
join the club.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the crowded party. Okay, so you can see we're a little bit short of content on the RSC S3 hashtag, so make sure you are using it for future reference so we can get some more banging content. All right, gentlemen. Well, now it is time to
franchise rankings.
We'll get there, Flossie. We'll get there.
You can't argue with these people. It's impossible.
No. Well, don't argue. You just nod, smile, and say thumbs up. That's all. That's all you do. Yeah, there you go. All right. So let's talk about the week that was. We've just wrapped up week 1 of league play. 8 more weeks to go for the season, and so yeah. I think what we're going to do is, I think we will start with. Should we start with prospect and rival? And Alex, rightly, wrongly, or otherwise, you have been deemed the man for the overseer of prospect and rival. Whoops! And what goes on there? We were not supposed to see that. That's coming up later. All right, so over to you, Alex, and away you go.
Well, the prospect week has revealed 3 major players to watch out for, and one of them is here tonight, so that's kind of good on us. There's Clerks, Silver, and Bromeo. Bromeo, who has done a very good performance in his game, I must say.
Thank you.
As expected.
But I'm listening. Carry on.
As expected. And Silver has delivered on his promise. He's a very reliable player. He's very solid in what he's doing. He's getting the stats to show for it. The player I want to focus on, however, is Clerks. Because Clerks with Dynasty has done the only 4-0 of the first week of prospects. And their team, I was talking about how their team during the tryouts, the preseason playoffs, was a bit unbalanced at 1,200 MMR players in the finals lined up. And I was stressing that maybe that team would not be able to deliver as much with Divine gone now to rival. He got promoted. But Clerics and Dogman and High Frequency teamed up and managed to deliver a complete march on their opponents, and there was no contest. There was no situation where they would have dropped that game. I saw the stats. It was a demolition.
I'm looking at the stats. They've got a positive goal difference of 10, which means they scored 10 more goals than the opponents in 4 games. That's rough.
And that's you guys were worried when we'd use Divine.
And by the way, just in case anyone's wondering what this random image is up on the screen, that is Clerks.
The Clerks.
The Clerks. The Clerks, yeah.
Another very interesting statistics that came out of this game, actually, I'm going to get to that specific game afterwards, but I just want to read up a couple of stats about the demos that happened in the prospect week. First of all, our game of Tswana versus Accelerate, which was a draw, had 11 against 6 demos. The other draw was Omega Force versus Kazia, which was also 14 against 6 demos. The 2 games that were won was Trollers versus Brotator, where they had 15 demos on each sides, and Obscurity versus Crusaders with the same amount of demos again, 6 against 6. So it's like the teams, the demos are not having an effect on the game so far, where teams that have the same amount of demos are actually balanced a different way in terms of who's winning. And when the demos are lopsided, you see a drawn out game. So it's completely gone out of the window that the aggressive teams that were winning a lot in the prospect season 1 and 2 are not doing so well. And that game that Dynasty played, Jokers against the XP Cubs, is a complete flip of the script. The Jokers took 24 demos in their 4 series.
Heroes.
24. And they inflicted 0. Dogman, Clerks, and High Frequency didn't demo the other side once and still came out 4-0.
That's massive. I'm still going to boom them, though.
You might not want to, actually, because apparently that's that's where the strength is. They just, and that's why I wanted to highlight Clerks' performance amongst that mess, being able to keep ice cold veins and win all your games, even though you're taking demos. Maybe it's part of their plan. Maybe they have a secret rotation that allows them to do this, and I think it's kind of crazy. So I think it's kind of easy to talk about the team that won 4-0 the first week. Sorry, Bromeo, because you were a strong contender for that Player of the Week placement. You did very great.
We completely threw the first game because we're in prospect.
It's your pancake. But yeah, I just want to underline that because I was very seriously impressed, and I just want to say congratulations to Dogman, still captaining the team, and well done to Clerks.
Nice, well done, Clerks.
Well played.
Well, that's 24 though, 24-0. You demo people by accident, right?
That's 6 demos a game, so it's it's fair. I mean, it's a lot, but it's fair.
Well, that's about it for the prospect. Everyone had a very nice week. What can I say? There was two wins, and the board right now is kind of showing that the teams to be watching out for is Jokers, Obscurity, and Trollers, which is kind of par for the course. We knew those teams were strong before we started the. I was surprised to see the Trollers in there. Order
Yeah, no,
probably
same.
the only team I wouldn't have picked for the top of the board. Yeah, but it's just one game. It's like the sample is the sample of one at this stage, so we can say what we want at the end of the day. The courses will be corrected, and there will be regressions to the mean.
What he said. But also an interesting stat. I'll just mention it first up so that when we go over Elite and Master, you can see it as well. But out of the 20 fixtures that were played, because remember, 5 games per tier, out of the 20 fixtures that were played, 8 were drawn. 8 of them. So almost half of the games played this week were drawn fixtures. So Sean doesn't have to feel too bad.
But is that unusually high? Or I mean, if we compare it to early, is it? Okay.
Means
because
that all the teams are like a lot closer. They're more balanced.
Yeah, like usually in the early season, you see a lot more stumps. So you see big results early on until they fix their issues. So to see draws in week 1 is really encouraging, actually, because it means that the league is a lot closer, as it's supposed to be, because it's a draft system. So the more draws we see, the healthier our league system is. So I'm happy to see it roll.
Okay.
There's maybe just one last thing that I love to notice is that if you go through the free agent pool for prospect, no one's underneath 10-25. Like, all of the lower level players have found their place.
Nice.
Maybe there's a couple that got signed out of the league, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bronya. But literally every single player that was at the floor of the ratings found their place and are busy learning in a team and are busy proliferating at them. That's not the word. Pardon my French. They're profiting from the situation. That's what I wanted to say. Benefiting.
All right, then. Rival. Who are we looking at in Rival?
Rival had a very interesting week. I'm gonna start with going a little rundown of the games that happened that I thought was very interesting. For me, the Nightfall versus Climbers was a very tight game. There was a 1 goal difference everywhere, which is... hold on a second. I just got to change my screen back to my notes over there. Nightfall and Viola. I think I did the wrong... I did the oh, that's week 2. Sorry. There you go. I was so confused. Like, oh my god!
No, Alex, continue. Tell us what's happening in week 2.
That's the worst. It's like when you're saying a speech and you get your speech cards messed up, and
oh my god, that was horrible.
You're like sitting there going, "Oh shit."
Okay, so Order of Oaks and Dynasty had a draw, and Momentum Nightfall versus Climbers had a tight game as well. Even though Nightfall took it, there was still only 1 goal difference mostly in most of the games, and I'm not sure this was out of luck. I think maybe Climbers would have deserved to win a couple of more points on this. And Viola versus Bravo Force was a literal stomping. Bravo Force lost 1 game where they didn't score. Across the 3 other games, they scored 16 goals. So there's literally the average scoring rate is 5.5 for the 3 other games, and then there's hectic. 1 game where they didn't score. I think they just took a break, went for a smoke, and came back, and then they just kept on going on stomping. The last game is kind of it's an actual Brazil or 7-0. I'm not sure, but that was like a very shocking for me because I was rating that Viola team. Where are they? Sorry, the Bravo Force team. Amiru, Flash, Papito, and Vino. for me was one of the strong teams in terms of rotations, and I've played with some of them, and I was expecting them to really shine. But iFlyAware had an amazing game. He was on stream. That was like he kind of shocked everyone, and I would have taken him for player of the week. But there's another interesting stat that I want to point out for the last game against Gale V versus Momentum. Now, this is a very interesting game because Momentum shot 26 shots and Gale V shot 36.
Yo.
But Momentum took it away. Ended up winning with, I think, more than 10 goals difference in the bottom line. That team has built a defensive power that was just insane. 20 saves done by Momentum, and Razor alone had 2.25 saves per game and a 40% shooting percentage. That's kind of, so basically what happened is that they played a slow game. I'm guessing a slow game where they just took hits, didn't let one goal through, and every single time they had a chance, it was a banger. Every single time they managed to massacre the other team, and Razor especially, who's for me like going to be the player to watch out for this week, has 2.25 saves per game, absolutely stellar, like cool defense, and 40% shooting percentage at the end of the day, just like critical at the front and at the back.
And there he is, the man himself on screen is Razor, and as we've all come to know, one of three Razors in this org.
A lot of razors, a lot of sharp edges.
All right, and is that the wrap on Prospect and Rival?
Yeah. Again,
all right,
there's a lot of movement. We're still at the first week, so we're
of
just
course.
Like,
Early days.
Everything is a freak accident.
and talking about shooting percentage, all we're seeing in Twitch chat right now is shots fired. Is pretty much shots fired out there. All right, well, let's move on. Elite and Master and Franchise, Bromeo. That we move into your department, not as a player, of course, but as someone who knows what's going on there.
Of course, I would never dare. Prospect is my home. That is where we stay. So excuse the coloring on Elite, still not quite there. But just having a look at the roundup for Elite, DSQ finished out on top with another commanding win. It's a 4-0, also a 10-goal game, a goal difference. And then XP and Redirect of the two fixtures that had decisive outcomes. So I think what's important to note is that DSQ came out firing, and especially with a goal difference there. And I'll go over the Masters here quickly so we can move on to the next tab, and we can explain it all in one go. And then I will tell you who I rated for the week. Master also had one decisive game with Dynasty coming out 4-0 with a goal difference of +8, which is also a pretty good win, which means when you have a goal difference that high, it means that there were a couple blowout matches, because if it was a 3-1 game, every single game, the goal difference would have been +8. So that is commanding. And following up closely was Shadow. DSQ also placing top 3 again. Congrats to them. And then some more draws with Rawlers, Critical Force, Fort Templar, and Unitox all posting draws in their relevant fixtures. So let's just move quickly over to accolades, just so I can explain my reasoning here. So accolades, we're going to have a look at Elite first. And this is SPR stands for Stats Power Rating. It's basically just a combination of all of your favorite stats, shots, assists, goals, demos, all of the fun things. And you can see here the whole DSQ team is in the top 3. So they had a fantastic game. So my recommendation for Elite Player of the Week is Genie. So congratulations to him. He had an absolute blinder. I'm just going to read some of the stats off. 1.5. He got an assist in every single game he played. And that puts him in the top 3 for this week overall in the entire TS. So congratulations to him. It's well deserved. Yeah. And going forward... sorry?
So, solid all-round player. That
solid all-round. You know, he was on the pick list of many a franchise going into this. And just so you guys know, we will make these stats available to you at the end of the stream so that you can start going through, picking it apart, and telling us why we got our picks wrong. So
fun and games.
Yeah, fun and games. So moving on to Master quickly, just so we can stay on the accolades page. You can see Kexi coming out top with stats power ranking of 103, which is really, really well done. Peanuts from Shadow picking up second place, and Werty in third. Kexi, obviously one of the most expensive players in Master. He's expected to deliver and deliver. He did. He averaged 1.5 goals a game, and he also averaged 2.5 saves a game. So he was all over the place. And his shot percentage was also brilliant because he averaged about 3.5 shots a game. So his conversion rate was fantastic. So every 2 shots he made, he got a goal. And that's why he's coming out as my player of the week for Master. So congratulations to not Kexi on screen right now, but there he is. So big ups to Kexi. He is playing out of EU. So is it EU or is it?
Yes. No, EU.
EU. So playing on ping and still finishing top of the week. Congratulations to him. Chuffed that he's coming through and playing in our league and sharing his experience. It's really, really cool of him to see. So well deserved there, Kexi. So that, I think, is our players of the week. And we can actually move on to the leaderboard. So this is the fun part. This is where we get to see the cool things. This involves a whole lot of players. We're currently in Prospect, but let's just move it all. Do you want to go through tier by tier, or would you just like to do an overall?
Let's do an overall, I think.
Yeah.
So where do I go for that?
So you click on Prospect.
You know? Oh, I see. The selector. The selector.
You know where that little arrow says? Click on all. There we go.
I love it. There we go.
All right, so let's start at the bottom right and then end on all of the cool stats. So again, there are 6 statistics that we track on these leaderboards, and the first one we go through is the most wins. So it tracks who had, the sweeps for the week, and it was DSQ and it was Dynasty. So all of those players picking up 4 wins from 4 caps. So congratulations to them. Then a really, really fun stat. Greybeard loves to hate this list because he still can't beat me. But this is the most demos. And what's really, really interesting is the top 3 are all Prospect. So Slowpoke's getting 14 demos in his game, averaging 3.5.
To be fair, that's where the guys are mostly standing still. So to be fair,
that's where the targets are.
That is the best copium stat. I will show that leaderboard later, but Greybeard's the only one on it so far. Moving into second place, Pixel Glitch picking up 12 demos. We played against him. I picked up 11. He picked up 12. It was just we were chasing each other around the field the whole game. That was pretty much it.
I have to say, though, the thing I am most proud of, and I did post this on Twitter, is of the 10 demos I got, 2 of them were on Acro. Immediately, I killed him and then got the spawn demo. I was enormously proud of that.
So Acro, just a heads up, you were the Season 1 demo champ, and he's not on the list in the first week. So that is deeply concerning, Acro. You need to pick up your game.
Because Greybeard was on the build.
But then obviously honorable mentions go to Lonely J, Werty, Ethan, Chase, Delu, and Zany. And it looks like Bro and Oaks are the ones featuring here, and XP, all coming with 2 in the top 10. So you can see who the demo guys are. Greybeard said he was part of the demo merchant org, but Dynasty's not doing too hot so far.
Yeah, okay, well, we're getting there. It's week 1. To quote someone in chat, week 1's not the week to be bragging.
Yeah, that's fair. That is very, very fair.
Interestingly, Akropovich is number 7 on the demos taken list.
Oh, wow. 2 of those from me, at least.
All right, let's move on to some more interesting stats. Clean sheets, and this is an interesting one because Alex always seems to find himself on it. And I'm not sure if that means that he surrounds himself with players who are better than him, or he just happens to make sure that the opponents don't score.
You pay the most expensive players with their work off the ball.
But this is very, very interesting. So you spoke about Dogman and high frequency for the Dynasty prospect side. 2 of the 4 games they played, their opponents didn't post a single goal. So that either means that they are super, super, super aggressive or highly defensive. And if we see one of those names on the saves list, we'll know that they're more defensive than they are aggressive. But this is just a nice little balancer because for every stat there's a counter.
So everyone's got exactly the same stats here. Is that?
Yeah.
In the top 10. Okay, so there were many 2 clean sheets.
So right now it's just showing 4 fixtures.
Yes.
That
from the first week, obviously.
Yeah. 4 fixtures in which that series they posted 2 clean sheets. So the list is probably higher, but we only show the top 10 because people don't remember anyone lower than 11th.
No one remembers anyone other than their own name, so yeah.
That is fair. So you can see over here that they didn't post a huge amount of saves, which means that in prospect tier, if you want to play against Dynasty, know that they're going to come at you hard because they're not known for making any saves whatsoever. They're not on this list.
This is true. You watched the stream. We all saw that this was mythful.
So how you beat them is just hit it into their opposing half, and then you should have a better time of things.
It's interesting. What if they manage to learn how to not demo people but still bump them? That would actually be the thing that explains their stats.
That's the new meta. We don't demo, we just bump repeatedly.
Well, Alex, you're in charge of that stat, so good luck.
Download replay files. Let's go.
But see, I see Acro is here now in the most saves. Forced to make 12 saves in that series, and it's because Greybeard was being such a menace. Three saves a game. That's wild. He got savior every game because of Greybeard. But quickly having a look at this list, props go out to Arts for making 15 saves in 4 series.
Oh, that's amazing. 3.75. Jeez.
Yeah, and then Technic Eagle coming up in 3rd, but followed closely behind by Ford, Hilux, and MX with 10 saves. So you can see who was third manning hard for each of their relevant times, and Unitox was just having a tough time all round.
Oh.
So moving over to the assists, this is where things get fun, right? Is you can see the positional players, who is coming in at first man, because first man generally gets the most assists because he forces the 50 or he creates the opportunity, who makes the pass, and then second man dunks it. So you can generally see who the most aggressive person is on the team, generally by the amount of assists that they get. So Freezy coming in and top, shared with Friction, And there's a lot of masters here as well. Happy, Sponsor Babas, all master tiers. So you can see that the game changes a bit. You actually have to pass your teammate for them to score. Frictions
on top 2 there as well.
Yeah, no, doing very, very well indeed. And dominated by DSQ. I'm assuming that they had a runaway, because in 1 week, if you've got 7, 12, 16 assists in a 4-game series, that's there must have been a couple of huge results there. So we'd actually have to go and check on how that game went. Let me just go and check, because now I'm really interested.
Okay.
Because the DSQ game in week 1, they posted how many? Oh, right, it includes preseason as well. That's
okay.
Silly. It has to. They can't have that many.
Yeah.
But just moving over into top scorers now, I'd just like you to take note of position number 4. That's important. Remember that for later.
Week 1 here. Week 1.
Week 1. Do you know what?
And keep in mind that this is week 1, and there's a wedding in the future. So yeah, I want to see how that affects performance.
Do you know what? The only reason I'm mentioning it now is it's probably the only time I'm ever going to feature on this page. As you know, we go deeper into the season, and the stats become harder to climb, because the more you score, the higher you go, and the harder it is for people to chase. So,
yeah.
Clark's obviously, who won our Player of the Week, coming in with 8 goals, shared with Silver and Wavy at 2 goals a game, which is massive. Coconut as well, honorable mention. Fancy Lizard, Chase, Genie, Kexi, and Potato with a Gun. I think every single person who won Player of the Week is on this page right here, right now, because I see Kexi in 9th. I see Clarks in 2nd, and I see Genie in 8th. And who did we miss?
No, we got everyone. Kexi, Genie, Clerks, and
we're missing Razor from Ryan.
Razor. There we go.
But his defensive work, wasn't he on the saves stops?
Yes, he was.
Hey, was he?
Yeah,
7.
No, that's the other Razor.
That's Razor. No.
There's 3 Razors.
So you picked an all-round man. You picked an all-round man.
No, it's he's tied with like number 6 all the way down to 10. So he's somewhere at the bottom there.
Oh, there you go.
It's 2.25.
But just so you guys know, this is the leaderboards page where you can check for your prospect, rival, elite, master. You can see the top 10 lists for all of the major stats, and this is available to the public. So if you're watching and you want to know if you make top 10 or not, we will be posting it out after the stream. So just to keep your eyes peeled on notices in the RSC Discord, we will post it there. And also, if you just want to go over to stats power rating, that little tab on the bottom there, this is very interesting. So the stats power rating, like I mentioned, is just a grouping of every single stat into a score. So your stats power ranking is basically your stats MMR, where, you know, depending on how well you play, that will be your power ranking. So you can see where you fall in the league overall with regard to any other player. So you can also see which tier, if it's overall. Just go over to Master quickly. The Master tier, you can just click that little arrow there.
Oh, that's elite. 1 second. Master, yes.
So that you can see that why people are doing so well. You can see Kexi. He came out top. And if you just scroll to the side, you can see all of the stats that made him like that. So any single important stat, even the unimportant ones, are there. And it finishes. And this, the EU guys are going to have to explain this to me, because there is a clutch rating. And you get a amount of stars for a clutch rating. So Mats, Mull, any of you guys, if you're in chat, explain clutch rating to us, because
Yes.
I won some stars. I don't know what the stat means, but I know the more stars you get, the better it is.
Right now, it just sounds like how much of your heritage is in Benoni.
Hectic. Okay.
All right. And then did we discuss the franchise league? I mean, this is after week 1, of course. So, but that's the standing of the league right now.
It's time we're going to hear Flosty in chat go, I'm doing so well. You know,
we're going to hear Flosy no matter what we're talking about. So yeah,
because Flosy's like, check you finished on top because of 5 goals difference between the two, even though we've won the same amount of games.
Bromeo, I don't know if you saw in chat the response from Ark, who's in chat, the clutch rating, basically a stats padder.
Well, there we go. It's not important, but I guarantee you will be a harder titter oak if you have more stars than your opponent. And we will explain it one day, but until then, the more stars, the better. But carrying on with the franchise leaderboard. This is every single game that was played by the franchise and grouped together. So this is the important stat. It's the one that the managers look at and see how well they're doing as coaches and managers. And you can see DSQ and Dynasty played 12 and only lost 4. So it means every single game they played was basically a 3-1. So well done to them.
Well, that was on average, because Sean threw 2 games, and then my teammates, and then my teammates threw 2 games.
We're costing the franchise here, Greybeard. We need to step it up.
Step it up.
Costing it. But also well done to Shadow, because they weren't doing so hot last season. So Sparky Crack joining the upper echelons now, putting in the hard effort. And nice to see them up at the top. Obviously, the Order of Oaks will be at the top because, they're Oaks and they're just great. And then Redirect, rounding out 5th position on 8 games won, which is pretty fair, which means they won, I think, 5 fixtures times by 4? That's 20 games. So this might not... No. 4 fixtures, because 1 for each tier.
Yes.
So there will be 16 games. So if you won 8, it means you won half your matches. So finishing mid at winning half your matches seems about right. And then unfortunately XP and Unitox rounding out the bottom. Not terribly. We've seen it go. We've seen it go worse. So not too bad from them. Definitely something we can come back from.
Hopefully Voodoo can pick up his socks.
Yeah, pick up your socks, Voodoo.
Pick up your socks, Voodoo. Come on.
On the floor, put them in the basket.
And then a better answer on the clutch rating from Mutchuk, who's in chat. He says it's the combined rating of hat-tricks, playmakers, saviors, and the combination of them. So there we go. I said the same thing twice. But so taking hat-tricks, playmakers, saviors, and combining those. That's actually pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. So it shows that if you are a main oak in the game, you get lots of stars, because if you get lots of goals in a game or get lots of saves, that will mean that you get more stars because you're just a really good player and you deserve all those stars, man.
And then something I'm keen to look at now is we have a fairly large free agent pool. And I don't think any free agents were used this week, but I know, Alex, you mentioned something briefly in chat. I don't know if you just want to elaborate on that story. That sounds pretty cool, on something going on with the free agents.
Yeah, so the story started with one of my teammates, actually, Ibn Venta. I think he got a bit worried at some point about ending up in the free agent pool, and he kind of and that inspired him to make a place where everyone can feel loved. And so he opened a server called Saturn SA, where he invited everyone to join in case they become free agents. And basically he's put himself as a man that was organizing free agents ready to scrim. So it's like it's to advantage of the advantage of the teams that are playing that out there to find a scrim like on the fly, because there's always players ready to scrim, and also for the people that are in the free agent pool to be able to showcase their skills to teams that are watching them. And so that was like a nice little idea. And then just before the season started, Silver was very involved, and they had a conversation. So they basically merged Saturn SA with Azura Gaming, who's now basically become the free agent server in the background of RSC. Obviously, this is all done because these guys just want to help out. So, and from what I've seen so far, it's mostly prospects and rivals have been hanging out there. But if you're a free agent, man, like just check it out. Like it's really fun. And also, if you need a scrim, you can talk to these guys. They just organize people like literally in minutes. We've used them heavily in our first week ourselves, and we've done 3 scrims against them already. And you get good players for the OTO, and like it's really helpful. So it's good. Like people are just like,
that is
hey,
interesting.
let's do this thing and just help out.
That's a huge initiative, and big up to Azura and the guys there for putting that together. That's very, very cool. And I know there are conversations happening in the background of something that is going to involve the free agents, but we need to develop that a bit more. But free agents, know that we see you and appreciate you, and we want to make sure you're a part of this growing community.
Even when the franchises don't want you, don't worry, we want you.
My goodness gracious. And that then brings us to our next topic, which... So you will see in the Discord, and this is an ongoing thing of trying to get clips from people, and we want a central place so we can highlight the big clips. And Unitox have come on board to be the official repository for clips of the week, and that's going to be happening through their Discord. And so any clips from the week, if you join their Discord and go and submit it there, and then there is all of the clips are voted on, and then we will get our top clips there, and there is a small prize given for the clip of the week. And each week there will be a theme to the clips, so it's not just groovy shots, it's groovy shots within the theme, which I think is a banger of an idea.
I think it's fantastic, honestly. I think it's huge, and it's something that we haven't seen in a while, and I'm really glad Unitox had picked this one up, because we tried to run clip of the week and people don't like submitting clips. So I'm glad that Unity's server is now becoming the haven of the clips, and I'm excited to see these ones.
Yeah, well, they can only do clips now because they can't really climb the ranks and the leaderboards, can they?
Oh!
Yo! Okay. Wow!
My goodness gracious. Okay. All right, so we've had a week, and the clip of or the theme for last week was quick draw, which was really about double taps. So we have 3 clips, which we're gonna show now, and then we'll have a winner announced of those. So in 3rd place for clip of the week that's just passed is as follows. Bang, 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 insane!
Oh, that was wild, and that was only in 3rd.
That was the 3rd place, and the placing again is determined by public vote. So it does get voted on. It's not Voodoo sitting in his lounge going, oh yeah, I like that one. So there are people involved, which is pretty cool. So that was that was 3rd place. 2nd place is here. I'm trying to remember who this is, but we'll know as soon as it's scored.
Ooh, the Poga. Okay.
Oh, hello.
Poga into Musty.
Flip Reese. Okay.
Oh, this was definitely a freestyle.
All right.
That was definitely
there was another
freestyle.
player there.
There was another player, but he wasn't doing too much. And that was, and I got slightly distracted that I actually didn't catch who that was now. Oh, Soggy Bread. There you go, Soggy Bread.
There we go.
In 2nd place. And 1st place clip goes to this clip.
Parts of the corner is going to be disgusting. Yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
No, we hold on a second. I want to watch that one more time. That was something else. Oh, no, man. All right, Dan. Dan, first place goes to Dan. Big congratulations to you. So there you go. Head on over to Voodoo. Maybe you can tell me if you're still in chat. Is it the Unity Discord or is there a Unitox Discord?
No, it's the Unity Discord.
Okay, it is the Unity Discord. So head on.
Sorry, I believe even though the Unitox, all the SSA stuff regarding RSC is done on the Unity Discord.
Yeah.
All right, well then what I'm actually going to do, am I in the Unity Discord? I actually wanted to drop the link.
I can do that. No.
Yeah, if you got, let's drop the link in for the Unity Discord. Get in there, submit your clips, get them voted, get them highlighted on the podcast. This will be an every week feature on the podcast where we will highlight the top 3 clips and announce the winner.
Do we? I know Voodoo's in the chat. Do we have a little hint as to what next week's going to be? Because I know.
We do. And he told me that. That's my bad. So the theme for next week is Flickfest. No idea what that could be about. Well, Flickfest. What clips are we looking for under a banner of Flickfest?
So basically, any shot that I can't do.
Flickfest.
So I guess that is obviously for the best flicks of the week. So get those clips going. Get them submitted. We've just dropped the Unity Discord link into the chat. So if you aren't in there, get in there immediately. And then that brings us to our almost last segment. And I'm just trying to get things.
You say that now, but there's some nut mechanics that people do on the ground with flicks and stuff.
I think they're banger. I'm a huge fan. I would love to be good at them. Well, listen, I'd love to be good at anything, but flicks is among them.
People that do all that wave dashing nonsense and then they somehow flick it at the end. Like, what the?
Wait, do that again, S. Falcon? The wave dash thing? Do it.
All right, let's get on to merchandise. And for the first time in RSC SSA, merchandise is coming to RSC. And we're starting with a humble t-shirt. And this and an order form will be made available for this after the podcast tonight. And big reveal. Keep going with that because I don't want to mess this up. Okay,
I'm doing it.
Am I in the right spot? Hold on a second, because all right, yes, no, I'm in the right spot.
Okay,
and
we're going.
And away we go. There it is. Hey. The RSC season. Hold on 1 second. I need to put the
green screen on.
I need to put the green screen thing back on, so I might lose you for a second. There we go. Okay. Oh, we got Sean full screen. There we go. So there is our t-shirt. And it says, I played RSC S3 just saying, and the logo of every franchise has been sticker bombed on there. This was designed by Creative Ones, and I just love it. I think it is I'm very excited to be wearing this.
I'm gonna get one straight away because I just love the superb artwork of the Rocket League vehicle in the front. It is immaculate, and I just think it's really, really cool. There's not enough community stuff available. There's not enough merch in the scene that represents everybody, and if this becomes a seasonal thing, I would love it. But yeah, sign me down for a black and white one. I just wish we had Order of the Oaks like more times around it.
I'm sure you do.
Well, to be fair, it's not about the franchises. This isn't a franchise shirt. They have their own bloody merch for that. It's about everything together.
Exactly.
I
But
thought
that
so.
does look very cool.
Voodoo's pointing it out again. You guys got this is the wrong logo for Unitox again.
Oh my word.
They updated the
Okay,
logo.
so Unitox, send me the corrected logo, please, and I will make
Have
sure.
the corrected logo.
Do I have it?
Yeah, does he have it, S Falcon? Does he?
Yeah, do I have it? Okay,
He
well
has
then.
access to everything I have access to.
Oh
Not as
my
Falcon,
word.
it's
Okay,
Falcon.
fine. All right. Well, do you know what? After praising Creative Ones for his excellent design, I'm going to immediately throw him under the bus and say it's his fault.
It's such a cool shirt. I love it. I love it so much. And
Who made the car?
Oh,
you did make the
the car was made by a guy named Waterford, I believe, and that was made 6 years ago.
6 years.
Yeah, 7 years ago that was made, and it's
I
become
thought that was the age of the artist.
yeah, and it's become quite iconic. In fact, Hootie Hoo has that car tattooed on his self.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's a wild factoid.
That is a wild factoid. So this obviously there will be a range of colors available, and the order form will indicate which color you want, what size you want, how many you want, and in the interest of full transparency, it costs 190 Rand to produce the T-shirt. We're going to sell them for 300, which means there will be a profit of 110 Rand that will go into a kitty to be used for RSC, something to push RSC forward, whether it goes into prize pool or helps pay for an overlay, something to help grow and push RSC forward. But we will have a full list of all the orders, all the money, everything will be fully transparent, so we're all aware of that. And there you go. So if you want one of those, make sure you fill in your order form. And how we're going to do it, once we get 20 orders, we will then move forward and get the first run of these T-shirts done. And there we go, gentlemen. I think that's all the RSC news for the week.
I think that might be. I think the only thing we didn't listen to was DSQ's diss track that they released.
Oh well, then
for Critical, back at Critical Force. It wasn't as good, I don't think. Chat,
well, you know what? Don't poison the well. We have to. I'm actually just trying to. I know it's on the. Where is that response?
I saw Floaty Floaty retweeted it
with the hashtag.
I'm sure he did.
Well, you guys are looking for that. I just want to push one thing quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
Because there's 9 weeks to play. Are we supposed to start organizing our double weeks?
There's no double weeks because there's 9 weeks.
9 weeks. Okay, so it's not like season 2.
Yeah, no, we had more time this season in the off season. It's going to be fun and interesting because at some point, maybe even tonight, there's going to be an announcement about the FIFA World Cup and when that's going to be, and I'm sure that's going to throw some things into chaos. Although, I mean, not too many of our players are going to be contesting for the FIFA World Cup, so I'm sure we're going to be fine.
Definitely be watching though.
Oh yeah, we'll most certainly be watching.
I'm not sure if you're winning, GB, but I sent it to you in your DMs.
Okay.
So you can open it, and we can now see what this banger diss track is.
Okay, so let's go over here. All right, so this is the DSQ response to Critical Force. Now I'm just gonna make this nice and old. Whoa, 1 second. So let's go here. And there, okay. Let me make sure my... Okay, good. There we go. And go.
DSQ on the rise, yeah, we taking it back. Critical Force, you weak, can't handle our attack. Every flip, every boost, yeah, we own the track. Time for payback, no mercy, never cutting slack.
It's already going hard.
You had it all with your pressure plays, but you crumble under pressure, man, stuck in the days. We coming for your title, it's the end of your days. Critical Force broken down in a fiery blaze. You thought you had it all with the flashy blaze, but you crumble under pressure, man, stuck in the days. We coming for your title, it's the end of your days. Critical Force broken down in a fiery blaze. Revenge is sweet, oh it's coming fast. DSQ in the lead, you know we gonna last. Critical force, crippling memories of the past. DSQ rolling hard, blasting straight through the cast. Listen through the year we fly, we soar. Critical force can't keep up, they're scrubbing the floor. Scoreboard, don't lie, check the final score. DSQ dominating, hear the crowds roar.
Alrighty.
Mechanical precision, skill sharp like a knife. Critical force team wishing they had a life, but it's too late for you. Your games is strife. DSQ taking over, better recognize. So thought you had it all with your flashy plays, but you crumble under pressure, man, stuck in the days. We coming for your title, it's the end of your days. Critical force broken down in a fiery blaze. Revenge is sweet, oh it's coming fast.
Did say stuck, right?
I
wouldn't know. There was
Oh yeah, they said some things, but I gotta say the production quality of these diss tracks is really good.
Seems like you did have money to pay someone from Fireball.
That is really, really cool. So now Oaks has to come out with a diss track because people aren't dissing us enough.
Yeah.
And we need to hear like difference, because I'm sensing they're all getting the same content from the same place.
Yeah, no, we're
Same guy at Fiverr.
we're gonna do diss track by Banjo.
Oh, I love it. Oh, please do. Bromeo, I'm holding you guys to that. That would be monumentally
I don't know how the
epic.
hell I'm gonna manage to
No
do that,
idea, but you know what? Now your mouth has written it. Your mouth has written a check. I hope your ass can cash. So two things about that diss track for future. You've got to have a subtitle track on there so we can follow on with the words. I'm old, bro. I love rap, but I struggle. I need lyrics. And then secondly, it wouldn't surprise me if Flossie issued a copyright strike now for this playing on stream. So don't do that, Flossie.
That would be amazing. Good. Portions of the stream are unavailable due to a copyright strike.
Yeah. Portions of your stream have been muted. Okie dokie. Well, I think that now does bring us to the end. Any closing words, starting with you, Alex?
Good luck everybody for next week. I don't know. Wow.
Okay. No, I know. We can put you. Well, while we're doing the wrap up here, anyone who's live that we should be raiding, do let me know. No one that we're following that I can see is live.
I can see
Is Alt
Altruism
not
is live.
streaming anymore?
No,
Dunno.
Alt is live.
Is he?
Yeah, Alt is live.
Guys,
And okay, good.
he's
Then we'll
streaming in Sunday night, guys.
All right, we will raid Altruism. So so we had closing words from Alex. Sean. how have you not?
My brain just turns off sometimes. I apologize.
I thought you were chat GPTing closing words.
Oh no, I'm not that. I won't do that.
I mean, I would. It would be funny.
Fair enough. A whole district right there. Yeah, well, same as Alex. Good luck for next week. I'm very excited, guys. Please, let's not have the same people booking slots for stream on Thursdays. Can we get more variety of teams? That would be fantastic. Or else I'm going to take every single one of those
tired of
slots.
seeing S Falcon on stream. We need to see more talent.
Oh wow!
We also want to see Greybeard on one of these.
Yeah, that would be
Yes!
so cool.
When Bromeo's come back from his wedding and he's sobered up, then we'll get him to host 1 week on stream, and I'm going to play.
Man, that is a bet. If you play on stream, I will organize the casters for that game.
Oh my
Main
god!
caster could be casted. And, honestly, that'll be hype all on its own. We have like.
I know Ultrasm really wants to do it.
Okay,
Oh
good.
wow,
Well,
yeah, that would be really good.
all right, Bromeo, we'll set it up for. We'll name a week and we'll get it done in that week. Okay.
Oh, best. Some closing words from me.
Yeah, boy.
Just on the whole collaboration of things, what Greybeard said earlier about wanting panelists, we mean that. Reach out. This is a community endeavor. The 4 faces you see here are not the 4 faces that you'll necessarily see every week. If you think there is a voice that would add to the conversation, even if they're not sitting here in chat right now, DM Greybeard so that we can get in touch, get them involved, because this is as much your podcast as it is ours, and it's the only way that we do well is if we include as many people as possible, and mainly because we don't want to have to hear Sean every week.
Yeah,
So it's
And,
except Rosie.
and Alex is trying to break free. He's like, let me out of here. Let me need someone.
He's like, why am I even here? Why am I having to use more
Why is
space
he
for
blinking
my eyes?
twice?
All right, and then segueing from that, not just panelists here, but the door is always open for more people to get involved and contribute. We do need more casters. We're kind of struggling to fill up the caster roster every week. So casting, content, admin, we need people all the time. Get involved if you want. So my weekly plea for recruits goes out. And that's going to wrap it up. So we're going to go and raid Altruism. So go and say, how's it? Tell him that RSC sent you along. Follow him if you're not one of the legends and OGs of the scene in Rocket League. But that's it from us. Good luck this week, and we'll see you next Sunday, minus the Bromeo. But until then, peace! All right, gents, that is, I believe...